Meet me in the courtyard at 11.
Cha-cha-cha to this Mardi Gras. I'm the dopest female that you've heard thus far. And I do get better, the voice gets wetter, nobody gets hurt.
As long as you let her.
I heard what you said.
What did I say?
What did I say? You said that lethal injection is humane.
So?
It's hardly humane, and it goes against the 8th Amendment. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishment inflicted. It is cruel and unusual punishment.
What constitutes cruel and unusual punishment?
If any excess pain is caused, or pain at all, it is cruel and unusual punishment. The inmates are promised a peaceful and painless death if they choose lethal injection. The law is taking their life. The least they can do is offer comfort.
The 8th Amendment states that cruel and unusual punishment is banned. The death penalty is not unconstitutional because it is not painful or unusual message of death. Banning the death penalty in all states is unconstitutional because it is a state power implied in the 10th Amendment. Keeping murderers in prison in life is not a great option because it is more expensive to keep them alive than give them the death penalty. The Supreme Court has stated that the death penalty is not a violation of the 8th Amendment on cruel and unusual punishment, although it does shape certain procedural aspects regarding when a jury may use the death penalty and how it should be carried out. So people know their limits and how it needs to take place.
Lethal injection is as cruel and unusual as it gets. The guillotine in France caused no extra pain and expertly carried out the task at hand. In comparison, lethal injection is complete torture with no promise in working. In fact, survivors and botched victims of lethal injection come by the handfuls. After the drug was administered to him, Michael Wilson of Oklahoma reportedly said, "I can feel my body burning." If this drug were as painless as it's marketed to be, why would he be burning? Why would he be able to talk? And he was not the only one to experience pain. Clayton Lockett was administered the 3-drug cocktail and convulsed, grimaced, and begged for help. After 43 minutes of struggle, he died of a heart attack. A different kind of botch occurred with an inmate named Doyle Lee Ham. He was 61 and sentenced years earlier for the murder of a motel owner. After 2 hours of puncturing him repeatedly with the tri-drug, without luck of procuring a vein, they pierced a vein that connected with his groin. After excessive bouts of pain, the team gave up, and Doyle Lee is still alive on death row. Forever scarred from this attempt on his life. Both chemical and human error, as seen in Ham's case, is possible. So why bother continuing this so-called constitutional murder if it's not yet foolproof?
To be continued.
Oh, there's your thought.
You know, the Supreme Court ruled that cruel and unusual, that lethal injection does not constitute as cruel and unusual punishment because of how vague the Constitution is.
Funny considering European drug companies are shying away from supplying the poisons for these glorified torture kills. If lethal injection was humane, wouldn't these drugs be given with little to no hesitation? Instead, countries are avoiding being accessories to murder, which is exactly what it is.
Compared to the other forms of execution which include, firing squad, gas chamber, hanging, and electrocution, lethal injection is the least harmful. Plus, the person that commits the crime gets to choose their punishment.
Were you aware that lethal injection used on death row prisoners are varied drug concoctions? 2 prisoners in different states are rarely killed by the same toxic mix. How is it that something that does not even have consistent ingredients or measurements is used to kill people under the law, right, or even constitutional? If the drugs used are not even humane enough for animals, why is it okay for humans? If it's too cruel and unusual for dogs, why is it okay for their owners?
In 1972, the government banned the death penalty until states could fix their laws and established 4 principles to determine if punishment was cruel and unusual. In 1976, the ban was lifted and 35 states enacted death penalty statutes in line with the 4 principles established. During the same year, 7 judges in the Supreme Court voted it was not cruel and unusual and reinstated the death penalty.
You said... Oh my god.
It was on your finger.